in any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no...
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Rabbit. Check nine. He's checking. Crash. Spike.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Wide, get wide. Hey, Zoo.
Here's Greer now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pearle. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Set, ready. This is Pittsburgh. It's 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the ball. First down. He's coming.
First down, Brissett. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Brissett. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Brissett to throw on first. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They'll throw again. Brissett. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down, New Orleans.
Set, put, set. Not a wolf. 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Running with Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Here's Greer. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my ready.
On first down, it's Greer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got Smith here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me, okay? Check 31, check 31.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Brissett. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Saints have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. 60 or. 54. Hey, Foxtrot.
First down, Greer. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Greer. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards. Greer now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
90 Wolf. 54 Mike. Get him.
After the turnover, here's Greer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen. And then
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. He's coming. We got double up. Check 26.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brissett on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Brissett. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 60 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
3rd and short yardage. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Charlie. Rock it.
On 2nd and 10, Greer. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. from the gun. Here's Bissett. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Look. Squeeze. Watch twist. Watch twist. Yep. Motion. Hey, orbit. Check hot route. Hot spike.
2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Panthers. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Greer. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Coming to you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Greer following the turnover. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. They come out here in the I.
218, chop.
They'll run with Barber. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now third and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. They'll run for it. McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
This is what I love about calling these games. Fourth and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Brissett to throw on first. And Josh Hill has it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on second down. Brissett, he gets it to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Kamara trying the right side. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Lutz puts this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, team 6, team 6. 50, Mike 50. Team 50.
Greer. And this one complete to Smith. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, Sam off. Check 61, matchbox lights. Ready? Greer
now to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
And 10 yards to go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Look at me. Go. 5.
Now it's Greer. And that's caught by Smith. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Greer. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Let's go. Here we go.
First down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here's Thomas Morstead now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Got it. 50 to Mike. Check. Under crunch. Check your hot read. Topper. 50. Hey, come on, Let's go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Ready? 8-3. Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
First down, Greer. Got an open man. It's McLeod. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch time. Move. Tight end right.
On 1st and 10, Greer. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago.
Here we go.
Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Greer. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Cheetah. Hey, exit. Here we go again. Ready.
3rd and 2, Greer. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Greer in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
54's Mike. Check. 5.
Now a 1st down throw, Greer. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in Week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.